coming up to Johnson's Crossing. This is a pretty high bridge. Now we're up on that bridge that we just saw. Ooh, it's cold out there. I'll bring you guys back in. Temperatures dropped outside to 48 degrees and we're climbing an altitude here. We're up almost to 3,000 feet, so it's a little chilly. So that was Johnson's Crossing. Good to know. Boy, is this beautiful. We are at Morley Lake rec area. It's off the Alcan Highway. It's pretty remote. There's only 4 campsites way back in the woods. We even questioned ourselves coming down the road into here. The map said to come on in. It was steep and rutted. We went through some big mud puddles. But there was no spot to turn around, so we had to keep on going. And boy, are we glad we did. Look at this campsite. Right next to the water. It stopped raining, which is nice. I think we're going to enjoy it here. And besides, it's free. On this trip, both of the D-ring pull handles on our recliner chairs have broken. The little piece of cable has frayed. And we knew they were both getting tender and fraying, and we were trying to be as careful as we could, but both of them have broken. And we can order new ones, the whole assembly, but that's when we get back home. So in the meantime, Steve and I have put together our brains. And we took it apart and we got the cable exposed and we are able to hook on a vice grip pliers to pull to make our recliners work. And that Steve is so clever. Not only does he have one vice grip in his tool bin, but he has 2 vice grips. So we'll be able to do one on each side of our recliner chair. Smart guy.
You never know when you might need a vice grip.
Yes, it is my most favorite tool of all, especially the needle nose one. I like that. That's my favorite. Didn't you give me? I'm going to test it. Let's see if this works. Look at that. I can just pull my vice grip. Try it one more time. Ta-da! My chair works. Good job, right, Nick? Come here. Nick says, now we can cuddle together. Right? Is this better now? He didn't like it. I wasn't sitting in my chair. What do you think? Now Steve is going to do his side. His is a little easier because on mine we unscrewed the whole bracket and really didn't need to. So he's just going to remove that plastic tube and expose the cable. This is the tube. It just unscrews and expose the cable and hook his pliers onto it.
There.
Cool. Okay. Push back with your feet a little bit. There we go. Ta-da! Look at that. Steve's side works now. Oh, that's so nice to be able to lay all the way back. Good night, Steve. Thank you for fixing our chairs. Yep. For now, temporarily.
You can get under and spray it?
Yeah, we're spraying it with some of our slide lubricant, silicone extension slide lubricant for RVs. And that way, we're sure, because we think it was getting bound up underneath there or needed to be lubed, and that's why the cable's broke in the first place. So I'm the one that crawls underneath here and gives it a spritz. So that's my job. Steve said he can't do the spritz, so I get to do the spritz. So I'm doing the spritz. Let's see here. There it is. Oops. Well, if anything, I spritzed it all, whether it needed it or not. And back there. Okay. I think I done spritzed. What's going on in the What Have You kitchen? Okay, we are going to make beef minestrone soup with these Bear Creek soup mixes. The only problem is it makes so much. This time I'm going to split the bag in half. Only do half of it. Now I'm not happy with just a mix. I'm also going to add extra carrots, extra celery, extra sweet Valdalia onion, and I have shredded roast beef I had in the freezer from the roast we did last week. Oh, and I have some frozen peas. And there are some noodles in this minestrone mix, but not that many. So we will add some extra elbow noodles. So that's what we're doing. So first I'm just going to chop up the carrots and get them cooking first because they take the longest because they're the most firm. And this is my ulu knife that I got in at Three Bears in, where was that? Not Trapper Creek.
Willow?
No, not Willow. Where we went to after when the propane valve stopped working right. Three Bears. Yeah, that was Trapper Creek. Yeah. So I got the ulu knife there, and it is so nice because you just rock it back and forth to cut things. You don't chop with it. I mean, I suppose you could, but it's pretty dang sharp. So I'm going to add the extra vegetables to the pot now. Oh, I shouldn't be laying it down like that. It should always go back in the slit on the cutting board. And the cutting board has a concaved area. Keeps the vegetables in. So I will finish cutting up these vegetables and get the soup started. Okay, we softened up the carrots and the celery. Now I've just added the onions. And this is something else that I bring along with me from back home. And it is mixed dried vegetables. It's kind of a nice thing to add to soups. So I put in a cap full of that too. Now, I split up the Bear Creek soup mix half and half and put half in one bowl and the other half back in the envelope. So I'll be ready to dump that in a little bit, as well as some peas. There we go, frozen peas. And here is the hunk of all the frozen shredded beef from our roast beef last week. That can go in. We'll let that come to a little boil for a little bit. And then once that's all nice and ready, then we'll put in the final bit. That way the noodles don't get overcooked. Okay, I tossed in the soup mix and forgot to turn on the camera. So the Bear Creek soup mix is in here now. It's come to a nice rolling boil. And I'm going to add a couple extra handfuls of elbow noodles because there's never enough noodles in that mix. And that means as the noodles expand, I might have to add a little more water. We'll see. But for right now, we're going to turn it down, let it just simmer about another 10 minutes. Well, our soup is done. Ooh, we're steaming up the camper. There we go. Give this a little stir. Boy, does that look good. I like a thick, hearty soup on a cool day. It's only in the 50s out there. It didn't get very warm today, and so I think that is perfect. Along with some saltine crackers, I think we have a meal. Another gorgeous morning out in the woods alongside a mountain lake. We're at Morley Lake Rec area. Had a totally peaceful night. Free camping off in the woods. Well, it's not peaceful anymore. We got a sassy dog who's playing in the sand. Do you like sand? You are a nut. So let's see, here's a picnic table. And over here is a memorial to somebody. Let's see what this is. In memory of William H. Whitfield. Looks like there's a blown glass with his ashes. How beautiful. I don't think that bird likes us over here. We must be near its nests. Or its nest. Did you find a stick? Somebody needs the energy worn out of him before we travel today. Come on, Nick. You got to go around. Come on. There you go. Look at the water comes up this high. Look at the level. Wonder if there's a dam or something that controls this. The water levels. Yeah, what's this? Bar of soap, I think. Oh, this is a dog fetching toy called Kurgo. A rubber toy that must float. And here this morning we find some bear paw footprints, but little dog messed them up already. Oh, here, they crossed on this side of the road. Well, it went up and then it came back. I don't know. We walked down here to the end just to see if the road continued, but no, it's a big turnaround here with one campsite there with some nice folks. They came over and borrowed some pancake syrup this morning. They're making pancakes. And all 4 sites here are occupied. We'll be leaving this morning. It's getting windy. What a beautiful place. And it's all free. And there's our camper over there. So here we go. There's our site, and a second site with a small motorhome, a third site with a pop-up, I don't know, Land Rover or something. And then the one behind us out on the point, right next to where there's a boat landing, and they have a fishing boat. The woods are sprinkled with all the wild roses here. I think when I will be thinking of Alaska, I will remember the smell of wild roses. They're everywhere. Steve noticed a lot of the trees are scarred up in this area. I think a bear had his way with it. And here we are back again to our campsite, the first one on the row. Oh, the wind through the pines smells so good. I just can't relate to you how beautiful it is here this morning with the breeze. Blows away the mosquitoes. But listening to the water, smelling the pines and the roses. What a gorgeous spot. Again, this is Morley Lake Rec Area. And it's free. And Starlink works if you aim it up that way through those trees, which is kind of weird that we're not aiming north. This way was north. But that's what Starlink said, so that's what we did. So we brought along a bundle of firewood, but I don't think we're going to use it. It's a little breezy, and we don't want to be a fire risk. Yep, this will be one for the memory books for sure.